So I'm going to tell, while smoking a cigar, I feel like Andrew Tate, but maybe I am. I don't know. But I'm going to tell the story about why I quit football. So the reason that I quit football is because I decided that fitness coaching was something I had more potential with than football. So I'm friends with an NFL player, CJ Goodwin. And I kind of just tell the story about how leading up to quitting football and everything like that, how I quit, okay? And personally, football is something that I spent a long portion of my life, working hard sucks less than being a loser cup. And it's something that I personally spent a lot of my life doing, right? I mean, from 6th grade to freshman year in college until I stopped, I was like, I'm going to go play in the NFL. I was like, I'm going to play in the NFL. NFL is what I want to do. And a lot of times, a lot of my knowledge that I got with strength and conditioning and fitness was because I wanted to be better at football. And up until, I quit, all I wanted to do was play in the NFL. From the moment I was middle school and high school, I was like NFL. And that's why I had such a drive, because my goal was never just be good in high school. My goal was play in the National Football League. I was like, I got to be the best. And throughout my time playing football, I got to meet guys like CJ Goodwin, Kevin Barlow, some really, really good athletes around the area, because I was like, I want to surround myself with NFL guys. I want to be like that. I want to be like that. Sorry, I had to take a fat puff. That was badass. I just turned 21, by the way, so I'm not getting into this, but this is the only reason I'm doing this, because I'm like, might as well smoke a few. Whatever. My business has been doing well, so maybe it's a little bit of a congratulations to myself. But anyway, I surrounded myself with these NFL guys. I was like, I want to play in the NFL. That was my thing. I was going to play in the NFL. That's what I wanted to do. And I remember, I'm telling you, all I did every day was think about the NFL. I woke up every single morning, I thought about the NFL. I went to bed, I thought about it, is all I wanted to do with my life. And when I got to college, I was strength conditioning crazy. But then a little bit after my senior year of high school, I started thinking about business, getting into business, wanting to maybe do my own business, because my strength coach all throughout high school was an entrepreneur, and he got me into that world, thinking about that world. And when I got to college, I was like, okay. Like, college football is what I want, but then I started chatting a lot more with my NFL friends. CJ Goodwin was a big guy. He's a Dallas Cowboy cornerback. You can look him up, CJ Goodwin, Dallas Cowboys. And he was like a mentor to me. And speaking with him and seeing him in his life and chatting with him a little bit after I started to see some business success, started to get a few, clients. And I was like thinking to myself, like, wow, like, this is pretty cool. And chatting with CJ, I was like, CJ, like, I don't know what I should do. And he was like, honestly, he didn't really know what he would have been doing if he wasn't playing football. He said a lot of times when I look at potential, I'm like, if I go to the NFL, let's say I try all my might and I go to the NFL, I'd probably play the practice squad. And sometimes maybe I'm not articulating enough, but when I say football was my life, that shit was my life. Like, all I did every day. And that's why I've been so successful with what I'm doing right now with fitness coaching, is because that energy just switched. And I want to be the best football player. The best is I want to be the best personal trainer on earth. And it's the only thing in my life that I have a passion for, like I do football, is fitness. And part of that came because it allowed me, I have full control over it. I love it. And being my own boss and having it, getting to do that stuff. It's cool. And for me, when I look at my potential, I was like, and then, chatting with C and chatting with all these guys, and I look at like my life potential, and I was like, where do I have the most potential in my life? NFL, am I going to sign a Mahomes contract? And funny thing enough, when you actually look at someone like Mahomes' contract, he's not even keeping that. He's maybe keeping 100, 50% taxes, and then 20% to your agent after taxes. So realistically, you're getting taxed like 70%. So the money, he ain't keeping all that. So when I think about this, I'm like, where's my, oh shit, butterfly. I thought it was a bird. When I think of the potential I had in my life, I was like, the potential for me, NFL was like, all right, I'm probably not going to sign a Mahomes contract. Ceiling for me would be practice squad or playing overseas. So when I thought about that, I'm like, I'm going to spend 4 years here in college. You know, and I'm still in college, but I'm going to spend 4 years playing football, spending all my time, all this energy playing football to maybe make 250, 300, 400 or 500 grand, which is great. But I'm only going to make that for a couple years. And when I think of my ceiling, the potential that I have mentally, with my mental energy, you know, I'm dwindling my mental performance playing football because I'm smashing my head against the other people. So my body's going to take a beating, my brain's going to take a beating, and longevity-wise, I'm going to spend all this time and really, you know, maybe even get injured long-term because I'm not a big person. I'm 5'6", so, like, I'm not a big person. Potentially injure myself. You know, my neck was starting to have problems. Potentially injure myself for the long haul for 3 to 4 years of decent money. Then I have to figure out what I want to do financially. So for me, I knew, oh, wow, J.C. Newman's Cigar Company. Cool. When I thought about what I really wanted to do with my life, and I just want to be the best at what I do. And when I thought about what can I be the best in the world at, the potential that I had, I just could see my potential being a lot higher in me having more lifetime success with fitness coaching. And part of the reason I quit is when I did have those first clients, you know, and I did get those couple clients, I did, you know, see myself have a little bit of business success. And when I spoke and heard another person tell me that I changed their life, that gave me the same feeling that I got when I scored touchdowns. It gave me the same feeling I got when I would sit in the end zone and hear everyone shout my name. And I love that feeling. And I love the feeling of being able to just create, like, because of the work I did, other people's lives were changed. I was like, wow. I never got that feeling from football. I never got that feeling of making a true impact. And I remember even in football, leading other people, having that impact, and those people saying, like, I changed the way they view life because of my leadership. Like, I love that. And that gave me that little bit of, like, wow, I love helping other people. And the fact that I can make this my own business and have financial person success and do this myself and have this ability to create this awesome life and it be because of my doing and my work and all I have to do is help people do something I love, which is get in amazing shape and feel more confident. I was like, wow, that to me, I don't like holding. I was trying to make like a ring. Ugh. Yeah, this shit does not taste that good, honestly. Like, people hype this up. It's not that cool, honestly. Like, I'll tell you what. The real benefit is it's 1:30 and I haven't ate today and I like it. Like, because I'm not hungry at all, which I do like that benefit. That's nice. And I'm wired. But smoking itself, not great for you. And I think I need to keep this as like a occasional thing, not a constant thing, because I don't want to have, you know, heart issues or whatever. But for me personally, I just knew that my potential in life, when I looked at the end of my life and I looked at what I want to do with my life, I knew that I would end up being my own business owner. I knew I would do my own thing. And I actually knew that fitness is something that I wanted to pursue because that's what I'm doing in school. I'm in exercise physiology. Like, I know I want my life to be in business. But the fact that I could be in business and also be in fitness, I really liked. And to me, you know, I've been through a lot of back and forth. You know, it has been a time, a labor of love, and I guess the confidence you might see in some of these videos, you know, hasn't always been there, and I've been through a lot of personal struggles to be confident enough to say, hey, this is what I want to do with my life, and it's all on me. And that, you know, some people can't take that, and I just know, I'm like, for me to create the life that I want, dream life to be the best online fitness coach ever and have thousands of clients and just be the greatest online fitness coach, the greatest personal trainer, I want to conquer fitness, and I want to be the best. And I'm willing to put in the mental work to study and know and just be the best coach I can. And not necessarily to me it's important to be the most knowledgeable, because there are PhD guys that spend their lives in research. And I thought about it. I thought about getting a master's and a PhD and doing that. And maybe I will after I'm financially taken care of. But for me, I love the application. I would so much rather be the best personal trainer ever, have the most client success, than I think I would be the most knowledgeable PhD guy. Because I love application, I love coaching, I love the drive, love the motivation I can give people making these videos. I love making these videos and inspiring people and helping people apply it to their life and get a result. And I like that more than I do like just studying because I love the school, but I love business and I love creating. Because here's the thing, the best knowledge person doesn't impact the most lives. They make research that nobody really reads. I want to impact the most people, and I have to create a great business because I have to be able to reach the most people, and I have to be able to help people and put the stuff that I know in a system that people understand and get. Damn, this cigar is fucking kicking my ass. It's a fat one. Give me a buzz. Holy shit. Whew, give it a break. But let me just tap that off. But anyway, you know, to kind of put that into perspective, when I look at, you know, what I want, and that's why I decided to quit. Because I was like, you know, the potential I have in life, the potential I have to help people when it comes to fitness, that potential's way greater. That ceiling for me, you know, and I'll be straight up, financially, ceiling's higher, honestly. You know, 500 grand a couple years, 1.5, I mean, have 10,000 clients over my lifetime. I can do fitness forever. I can help and coach people lifetime forever, and it can turn into other things. I learned business well. I can transition to other areas. And I just know, at least for me right now, fitness is what I want to do. Fitness is who I want to be. For right now, I want to be Riley Watkins, Coach Riles, online fitness coach. And that's what I want to do. And I love the impact I can make. I love the fact that I can make videos like this and share what I've learned with the world and be the best I can be. And share this amazing thing that I have called fitness with other people, and they can benefit from it, which I love. And I just knew that my potential was higher with this, and it's just why I decided, you know, when I was at Mercyhurst Division I football university, I decided to stop and transfer back home, and this would maybe lead me into a second aspect. So the first part was, you know, quitting football and going in on my business, and then coming home. And what happened after that was I came home to run my business. But I was more focused a little bit on athletes. I was like, I want to be athletes, coach athletes. And when I got home is when I realized that I really wanted to help people lose weight, because that was where I can make the most impact, and specifically men. Because I speak to men a lot, and I like helping men. Because it's like I relate to them more than I do so women, and I feel like I just speak more to men. I'd rather just go, hey, I'm speaking to men, because women will sign up maybe, but I definitely don't want to speak to women. I'm going to speak to men, so might as well just say I help men. So that's what I decided to do, and it's been successful, and I've been growing recently, and it's been amazing. And it's been awesome, and it's been a great decision. That's why when I came home, though, it wasn't like that. So I came back after quitting football at Mercyhurst, came back and went on athletes. And then I started working with athletes, but then I started working with general fitness, helping people. And I heard, you know, the people that I would help to lose weight, I love the impact I can make with them. And it really did change me to hear other people say that I changed their life. And I love that. But when I came home, that transition, when I came home, I was focused on athletes. And then I got a little bit overweight. I was with a girl, and she didn't support my business, and my parents didn't support my business, and it got to me. And I almost quit and went to law school. And, you know, I was actually working as a paralegal, and literally, I was working as a paralegal, and I was like, and I broke up with the girl. I was like, she's not good for me. And I was like, you know what? I need to live my life for me, and not live my life for other people. And I decided to go all in on my business and go all in on fitness. not sports performance, but fitness. And because I changed my major to business to go to law school. And I changed my major back, and I decided fitness is what I want to do with my life. I want to help myself, help other people. And I decided not to go to law school, and I decided that I want to be the world's best online fitness coach. And I went all in. And that's where I've been since, is being in school, exercise physiology, but then going all in on online fitness to just become the best businessman I can. Because here's the thing, to become the best businessman means you have to be able to help the most people. And if I believe in what I do, I need to put myself in a position where I can help the most people. And you have to know business. You have to know how to get your message in front of people. And that's what I've been, is learning that, and also learning the internal skills of being okay with my family not supporting, being okay with being alone, and being okay with the judgment of other people, to really get my message out there and do the internal work to have the most knowledge that I can and put it in a way that's applicable to other people, and do the work to just be the best I can for my clients and other people, and provide a genuine service. Because a lot of people, it's hard, because you have to get other people to know about your stuff, but then you have to get the people that know. You have to make them want to sign up. Then you have to deliver a great service, and you have to do that work, and you have to be able to do that. And now starting to hire a little bit of a team and understand that ecosystem of business and fitness and being a trainer and balancing it all has been just such a great self-development journey. And it's been the best decision I've made not to play football, even though it was one of the harder decisions, and it did take me a lot of contemplation and time and wondering if I did the right thing and wondering, do I want to play? It was hard, and it's paid off though, because I know this is what I want to do with my life. And to get to the point just to say this is what I want to do with my life, some people never get there. Some people go years and years and years doing what other people want them to do, and I'm like, no, this is what I want to do. And I've learned a lot of lessons quick, and I'm at a young age. I've learned a lot, and I love the life that I want to build for myself, and I'm happy that I'm starting to be able to do that and have some success. And I think one of the hardest things, and I guess I had to give advice to somebody, is you got to do it for you, man. Like, you got to do whatever it is that gets you to tick. You got to do it. And I don't like to sit here and act like I'm giving all this life advice. It's just, in my personal experience, if you do what you're passionate about, it's not true that you won't work a day in your life. You'll work every day, but you'll have such a fire and a passion that the work will feel effortless, and you'll want to work. And I wake up every day and I want to work, and I want to serve, and I want to build, and I want to grow. And yeah, it's hard some days, but hearing other people say that they were not going to be alive, they were going to kill themselves, but because of the work I did, they get to live a life that they love now, that's freaking inspiring to me. And the fact that I can do that at 20 years old, impact people in a way that some people never get to impact other people in a way, is very, very crazy. And it all came because I was willing to give up what I wanted then for what I want in the future, what I want most of my life. I wanted to play football, but I wanted to serve and impact this world more. And I believed that I was the person who could take the stress, who could take the uncertainty to build a business, to build a great business. Because if I wasn't going to build that business and serve those clients and serve these people in my life, somebody else would. And I believe that they wouldn't provide the service that I would. And I believe they wouldn't be able to impact and touch the hearts of these men the way that I can touch the hearts of these men. And I know at the core of my soul that I just believe that I'm going to be the best at what I do and be the best in the world. And nobody can take that from me. Nobody can take my self-belief. And it's up to you to go and build that self-belief. You can just believe that you just have, and do the work to believe that what you do, you're the best. And I believe when you build that, you can have a confidence inside yourself like nobody can freaking break. And I believe other people, if you impress yourself, you don't need to impress other people. When I wake up and I work hard and I just be the best that I can be, I go to sleep and I just love myself, and I'm so happy with who I am, and I don't need approval from anybody. I don't need validation from anybody. I don't need my parents to validate me. I don't need other people to validate me. The validation I get is in the hearts of my clients, to be able to look at them and say, I gave you my all, and to be able to provide an impact and serve them in a way that other people, they're not willing to do the work to serve. And to me, that brings me the most fulfillment I could ever have in my life. And I quit football, and yes, I guess it is quitting, but I believe it's quitting to build something else. And I don't think, Gotta keep this thing going, huh? And I don't believe it's really truly quitting if it's pausing to go full in another area. And I believe when you go all in, when you really give it your all, and it gets something inside you that you can't break. And I believe nobody can shake my belief in what I do. Nobody can shake my belief I'm the best. And I want to help and I want to serve. And when I speak to people, and I just believe people can see that. And I believe when you can just try to be your best and help and truly just help in your heart, and try to just serve, I believe it's my mission to do so. And I believe God put me on this earth to be the best fitness coach. And I believe God put me on this earth to be the best I can be. And I believe every day I'm fulfilling God's mission when I impact these men in a way that they've never been impacted. And I allow them to show up and serve themselves and their communities and their businesses and their families in a way that they haven't in the past. And the fact that I can make that impact is worth all the self-validation I'd get from football. And I believe to play the football was to serve myself. But to coach fitness, yeah, I serve myself. I have a business. I do great financially. But I believe I'm serving other people at a level I can never serve with football. And I believe that to forego the personal self-gratification I would have got for football, to say I had the football, that's to serve myself, but to give that up to serve these other men, to then also serve myself internally, to become that person who is able to have the confidence to get on here and speak the way I do. It's done so much for me internally, and the personal journey I've been able to come on to get to where I am now, to then have the feeling inside myself to serve. It's been such a journey, and I love to be able to document it on here, and the internet's great. Like the fact that I'm born in this time that I can sit here and smoke a cigar and share this video with you, and you're watching it, and I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool, and I love what I'm building, and I love sharing it. I really do love sharing it, and you can't beat it. But that's just kind of been my story of how I kind of, went from quitting football and, the maybe a little bit inside my mind of why I'd make this stuff and who I am. And I just love to post. Like, I just the more I try to do the content and try to, make a content strategy, I believe that the ultimate content strategy is to be you. Because if I just share the real raw me and the real raw, behind the scenes of me, when people like that, they like me. And I don't have to filter myself, because the people that like that, like me. And I believe I can make people like me even more by just being me. And I think that is a cool thing about the internet, and everyone has their own brand, and if you can just be you. Because if I made a brand about something else and people like that, they don't like me. And I have to become a different version of myself to be successful. And I think that, internally, when I look at the choices I've made in my life or what I want to do, for me to be the best in my dad's eyes or the best in the eyes of other people, I'm not the best in my eyes. And for me, the best in my eyes, if I'm the best in my eyes and other people like that, they like the best version of me. And that's what I like. And I believe the best version of me is the world's greatest online fitness coach, and I'm going to work every single day until I get there. Lights thing up. But yeah, that's been kind of my story, what I've been through, and I believe it's, if I can inspire one other person maybe to go help other people, that's what I want to do. And if I can inspire you to believe in what I do and you'd like me to help you, I'd love that. I'm having too fun of a time smoking this. I'm gonna freaking pass out is what I'm gonna do. This is like my second cigar ever, and this is a fat one. This is insane. Oh shit. But yeah, that was me. That's me. How I kind of quit football and decided to do online fitness coaching. So that's me. That's my story. And if you'd like me to help you with my CEO Shred program and help you be the best version of yourself, I'd love to serve you. I'd love to help you. And you can book a call with me. You can follow me on Instagram, or you can just keep on watching these videos. And I'm rooting for you, man. Let's go.